Live. Welcome back to the Prime Meta League. We are back with another set of games today. First up, we have Blue Buff Bandits, Murder Crows. Murder Crows looking to pick up their first win of the season. Blue Buff Bandits looking to come back from their defeat last week that put them 1-1. I'm Graphtheory, and I'm joined by RoastedOats. We are in draft.
Welcome. We are in draft. We're getting straight through it, where we can see that there has been the last ban on Blue Buff Bandits has been Ari, and that's straight into a lock-in for Syndra on the side of Murder of Crows.
Yeah, it looks like I'm wondering. I remember the Murder of Crows game last week. I think they ran a hyper carry comp, and their jungler was on Xin Zhao.
It's looking very similar.
This is looking fairly similar. Just what's a Jinx swapped out for an Aphelios, and I forget who the support was, but
do you think the Zehen jungle and then Shen top, or do you think they're swapping? That's the real question here. That's Lux mid, almost certainly. The one thing I do actually note with our hyper carry comp here, Aphelios Bard versus Misfortune Leona. Bard presumably wants to ditch Aphelios, and that is going to be miserable for Aphelios. Into Leona Misfortune?
Yeah,
Misfortune hits level 6, and then you are just sat under turret getting wiped.
Yeah, you're seeding, definitely seeding the push there. So I wonder if Murder Crows, the draft is looking to establish more objective control, sort of in the mid to late game, when their Aatrox, who presumably is going to get fed on the Shen, because I do agree with you. This Zahen is in the jungle. I mean, River Shen is always, a nice little meme, but
it got buffed. It was kind of strong for a little bit there. I think it got nerfed back, or it isn't very popular in any case. But
I haven't been keeping up with patch notes, but I've very rarely seen it.
Yeah, no, it's not common, and so I agree. It's most likely Zahen.
Yeah, pretty sure this Zahen's in the jungle here. Other than that, if I look at the engage that these two teams have, Leona versus your Bard.
Yeah, Leona's Blue Buff Bandits have a lot more options.
Yeah, big go button.
Yeah, Leona is the big go button. Shen is a big go button. Zehen can do it with ult or dashing forward. Lux can theoretically, if she had a binding, I suppose it's not engage, but it's definitely a go button.
It's something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm really only seeing on the Murder Crow side, I think you're if you want to go in, you're opening with a Xin Zhao WE.
Yeah.
And there's
maybe you Bard ult and catch someone, and then you kind of glomp around that for an engage, but
yeah, something like that.
Otherwise, it's you're going to have to Xin Zhao this.
Yeah, but in terms of this Blue Buff Bandit, I keep looking at this comp and I keep thinking that this is going to be really explosive, because imagine a Leona Q, a Lux Bind into Misfortune and Lux ult. I mean, we've all seen the clips.
Oh yeah. No, that is a very Blue Buff Bandits comp to me looks a lot simpler to pull off. It is a pick wombo combo comp. You can pick, or you just have so much CC. Every champion on that except Misfortune has CC, and I suppose you could call Misfortune Make It Rain soft CC. But everyone has CC. Everyone has a wombo combo except Leona.
Yeah, although I mean, you have a decent amount of mobility on Crow's side. Maybe not through dashes per se, but you have a Bard and Syndra that are going to be incredibly slippery if they're played to their maximum potential.
And Bard can also put a stopgap on the wombo combo if he can ult like whoever's gotten engaged on.
Yeah, big Leona. Pause button.
Big pause button, especially if the ults are already gone off from Misfortune and Lux. Those are going clean through whoever gets hit. If they're Bard ulted.
Absolutely.
And Xin Zhao ult as well gives him a lot of space to be able to survive through the wombo combo, which makes Misfortune a lot less damage on the Xin Zhao than otherwise would be.
Yeah, so I would honestly, I'm thinking through these two comps and how they want to play together or play against each other in the early game. I reckon both the junglers just kind of want to farm until 6. In their own ways, both comps are kind of mid-late-ish games. There's not a lot of like cheese opportunity. Like nobody locked in a Lee Sin here, right?
Yeah. And like Xin Zhao's a good ganker, but Xin Zhao doesn't have any good lanes he wants to gank except maybe mid.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like Xin Zhao versus an Aatrox. If that Aatrox hits anything at all.
It's pretty hard, and Xin Zhao is clear. It really doesn't afford you if you want to be efficient and do a mid gank. I mean, you got to pick one or the other, really.
Yeah.
On that first clear, it'll be interesting to see what the junglers decide to do if it's not just a simple full clear. Go for scuttle, base, whatever, and then these lane assignments here with Lux and Syndra. I don't know who's favored in that. I'm not a mid laner.
Yeah, I am a mid laner. I don't play a lot. I hate playing against Lux, but
I know they're both building the same damn items, though.
They are building the same items. I would assume that it's Lux favored until late game. Syndra's stun is maybe a little bit easier to hit than Lux. But if Lux gets the binding, she kind of just one-shot Syndra.
The combo is better on Lux. I think so, yeah. The burst potential, better on Lux, whereas Syndra wants to stack the orbs to get maximum value for the ult.
Yeah, Syndra will be better in the team fights once they get started, but I think Lux in lane will have a bigger advantage.
I'm wondering when we get like a farming early game, like that's in the pro scene, you kind of have everybody playing like very, very respectful of each other. And in every game I've watched in the PML so far has been just super explosive, whether it's because just people want to dance on graves versus exploiting mistakes that are just more likely to be made down here. I think if there is a comp, or if there is a set of comps where two teams just kind of go, yep, let's just farm for a bit, and then mid game we'll do our thing, might be it. I mean, there's no Veigar in here or anything like that, but
yeah,
something. And I do reckon we have about a minute and a half before we can see the game.
Looks like it.
Is that new?
I don't believe it happened last time.
Yeah, I think that's new.
Yeah.
Or, well, I think this was the case last year. Well, how do we spend?
I suppose we could keep discussing the comps. If we still have the draft.
I'm running out of ammunition. Like
I am also running out of
ammunition. The bottom of the barrel. I'm talking out of my ass, dude.
I'm trying to think of anything else. Late game Aphelios is way stronger than Misfortune. Just like Misfortune hits the ult and then she's super relevant, but Aphelios does. It is like you don't see Aphelios much, even like I don't see Aphelios much at least. But whenever I do, I am either he is completely irrelevant, or we hit late game and he's been kind of middling all game. Then we hit late game and then I watch his damage and I go, wait a minute, what is that champion?
Yeah, red and white don't fight.
No, exactly.
There's another.
All his guns.
Isn't there like a second half of that? Blue and green. Don't fight. I'm looking it up. Blue, green. Yeah, it's red, white, don't fight. What's the blue green rhyme?
I don't know. One moment. Let's see.
This is gonna kill me. Aphelios rhyme.
Trying to find the same thing, yeah. Is there another one? Like I know obviously he has all his colors.
There is. It's less known than red, white, don't fight, but there's another one. This is gonna drive me crazy the entire game.
Blue green. I'm trying to think of a I'm like keep your distance, but no, that's not blue green. You want to get on, man.
It's like a blue green safe to proceed or something like that. Something like that.
Oh yeah. I think I've heard it before. I have no idea though.
What is it? Okay, I'm on a weird. I mean, we're still waiting for the game to load. I'm on. What the hell? I'm looking at a post. It's like a Dr. Seuss Aphelios poem. 1 gun, 2 gun, red gun, blue gun, white gun, green gun, nice gun, clean gun. One makes a throwing star. This one shoots from really far.
My God,
Like,
that's incredible.
And this goes on, but luckily the game's loading in, and I really don't want to turn this into a stream.
Question for you.
Yeah.
What are the names of the 5 guns? Do you know off the top of your head?
There's Crescendum.
Yep.
That's the only one I know.
Okay. So Crescendum is the white gun. Severum
I
is
gank
red.
ADCs. I don't play them, dude.
No, that's valid. Gravitum is purple. Infernum is blue.
Gravitum.
And Calibrum is the main green weapon.
Got
that
it.
It starts off with. Speaking of which,
I think. Yeah, well, speaking of started.
Exactly. You're off.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
That we are excited to get into the game after all that rhyming.
Indeed. It was important rhyming, obviously.
How many people do you think are right now like looking up Aphelios Dr. Seuss poem? Because like it sounds like one of those things that you just make up.
No, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I couldn't make up the actual poem.
No. The moment you started speaking the poem, it was very clear.
Yo, you were a believer then.
I was a believer.
Oh man. It looks like both junglers are just going to opt to do a full clear down, it looks like, with a top buff start. So both junglers pathing down to that bot lane.
Indeed. It looks like it is Perspicaciosity on Leona.
Damn.
And actually it is. We hadn't noticed.
Perspicaciosity. I'm going to... I am going to call him deodorant or something later on. It's so hard, man.
Notably here, as we hop to the top lane, you will note it is Zhen, piloted by Dead Robots. Shen is in the jungle. It is River Shen. And that is a pretty aggressive trade.
Oh, you are right. Why the hell didn't we catch that like way earlier? Why are we talking like about...
Oh, wow, this is an early gank.
That is a...
Flash for flash, Ignite. Oh, hits the E, and that's that. First blood. Benjamin gets it with a very early level 2 gank.
Wow, that was super aggressive. I kind of wish we had a replay because I want to see what happened there, because I know Dead Robots had his level 2 first.
Yeah,
I think it was just a matter...
From what I saw, Dead Robots went in first, engaged onto Sawkhorse. Sawkhorse got the W pull, and then hit the Q3 knockup, and... Benjamin had already seen that they were fighting to the death, and so was pathing up, showed up, Sawkhorse throws the Ignite onto Dead Robots, and there's not enough distance for Robots to flash back to get out.
And so it looks like, I think Starstro is looking for a bot gank here as an answer to the gank top.
It looks like Damien is very much... Oh, wait, no, Damien's...
He's Bard, he's level 3, he should be able to... Yeah.
And he's down with a quick engage from Perspicaciosity. There we are, got it.
Kudos to you. You said that under stress, man. That's impressive.
Yeah. I've had all this time to practice. Because this is my second game I've cast of Perspicaciosity.
Oh, no. This Lux is going to get a spear up her butt.
Oh, yeah.
That
came
out wrong.
That did come out very wrong, but double flash. Flashes on. Starstro flashes,
all the flashes
on Benjamin. The Cosmic Binding just barely misses. And so after a lot of fighting, that is flash burnt for both mid laners, flash burnt for Star,
and look,
the barrier.
But we only have 3 flashes in the game right now. That is craziness.
I'm also noting the exhaust for Chris Remmers, which is... I think it makes sense, actually. You probably slap it on... I suppose if Aphelios is too nearby, you slap it on him, but otherwise you can slap it on Sawkhorse or Benjamin and just try and run away.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned for... I mean, it's early days, but I'm a little concerned for blue buff bandits. And, you know, in a regular solo queue game, this is you know, it's whatever. You don't really FF based on this. However, I'm looking at just general tempo right now, and it's even right now, but Starstro hasn't taken it back yet. Benjamin Netanyahu has, and he's going to be looking to make this first clear, and so he's going to be up on tempo on this Shen, who already has a pretty slow clear, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So it feels really bad here. It's going to delay the level 6 spike from Shen. Not going to have that ult as early as Xin Zhao will have his, most likely. And so I'm a little concerned that the Xin Zhao is going to get a little out of control without much to answer it.
Speaking of Xin Zhao, another quick gank in the mid lane, but doesn't get much other than a solid chunk of health.
Little trade.
Little trade. And goes back to the blue side as Star also clears through his blue side.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, speaking of jungle tempo, the Xin Zhao took that little trade mid and is still a camp ahead of Starstrew.
And looks like he's pinging towards the dragon. Making his way over. Is he just going to leave the wolf? He doesn't even kill the wolf. What?
I guess he really wants it with his mid prio here.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, because Hunter's got to get back from base, and with bot prio and mid prio, this looks like a pretty free dragon. But there's some pings coming down from blue buff bandits. They're stepping down.
Yeah, Chris is collecting a wave, so he can't get up there as fast.
A quick... Oh, okay, never mind. There was a quick engage from Perspicaciosity, an ult down from Hunter, which wipes out Benjamin. They continue to go a quick slow from the Bard on Perspicaciosity, and then Syndra just makes some poking noises. Azukita. Into some more brawling top lane. This might be an engage. Aatrox is the world ender. And
pops,
ults out.
Oh, he's gone. So just ult for ult. No big deal.
It's light binding is Lux's, and then cosmic binding is Bard's. I kept calling Lux's cosmic binding. It's not. It's
you like hovering over the skills in the client right now.
I absolutely did. I was like, wait a minute, that can't be right. I knew cosmic binding was Bard's, but I was pretty sure cosmic binding was also Lux's, which isn't true. Ooh, gets the cannon. Worth.
This feels kind of bad as Zahen here. This Bard and Xin Zhao are free. They might look to dive this Zahen if he stays for too much longer. If not...
Now just stealing the blue buff.
Benjamin Netanyahu stealing blue buff, yeah.
You can see it looks like with a Kindle Gem and a Giant's Belt for Starstro, it is likely going to be a Dusk and Dawn, which is a classic. Play with the vision just to find out that his blue buff's gone.
Sorry, who'd you say Dusk and Dawn was going on to?
Starstro, the Shen. I believe that's what that builds. Oh, no, it's not going to be that. It's going to be, what's the item?
I think it's Proto Belt.
No, it's not Proto Belt. It's
Proto Harness, sorry.
Protoplasm Harness.
Thank you.
You're right.
I had, like, verbal dyslexia.
That is the classic tank jungle build.
And then I'm not sure if we got it on the stream, but there was a little engaged top. Zahen, Dead Roberts on Zahen still hasn't taken it back after getting really low and getting threatened with that dive. There's a little fight up there, and he had to burn his flash, and so I think that sets up CROWS really nicely to take these grubs.
Yeah, and you can already see... We'll catch up a little bit as Dead Robots catches the wave here, but there is getting to be a sizable CS lead, and never mind, that's the ult from Leona down to the ult from Misfortune. That is down. Along with Stand Beside Them for Shen. They're diving this Bard. Oh, double Cosmic Binding. Oh my goodness. Damien, that was beautiful. Just Perspicaciosity barely gets out, but a beautiful Cosmic Binding from Damien gets both under turrets stuck.
That's a tilter. That's a tilter. it's one thing to expend the Shen ult. You know, have a little bit of trouble with the turret, but having your ADC flash for a kill that you don't get after your jungler dies to the tower after using his ult to get there, that feels really, really bad.
It really does.
Aphelios feeling pretty confident about farming without his bard.
No kidding. There's some bold positioning.
We have the teleport coming from Syndra looking for this river fight here.
Oh, another engage. It's looking like it's gonna be. That is a lot of fighting.
Yeah, a lot of fighting. Big bard ult coming out.
In. Yeah. A quick taunt from Starstro, but that is Leona down. It's just a question of red-white, let's fight. Is it enough? It is not enough.
No, it's too late.
Is healing him enough, but unfortunately he can't take out Benjamin. And he will eventually fall for a 3-4-2. Is that 3-for-2?
I believe
Damien
so.
died? Yes, it was a 3-for-2 because Damien died. Yes.
Yeah, so I wonder if there are any Aphelios mates out there who saw that. I'm wondering if the difference maker there was maybe that. I know there's some sort of cooldown for Aphelios swapping his weapons, and I'm not sure if it was possible to get to a weapon juggle that was a bit more better suited to that fight. Because it looked like, because he saw the red and white, but it wasn't until like the very end at like when he was down to his last few hours before dying. Oh no!
Oh my goodness!
The sidestep from Benjamin Netanyahu. He's a slippery one.
No kidding. Oh, another engage, but is able to use the Bard portal to get out along with the Stand United. That'll be a survival. Forces the flash out of Azukita.
You know, you had a little bit of grace earlier using the Shen ult for that tower dive, but here when the dragon's up, not getting anything out of your ult usage there feels kind of bad, but it looks like they're just going to take the field anyway.
Yeah, they just take...
Oh no, it's going to be contested. Sawhorse is coming down for the fight.
Hits a stun into the fate sealed, not fate sealed, but you know what I'm talking about. Benjamin is going to wipe out the Misfortune, and with a TP from the Aatrox, the World Ender has arrived, and he is chasing down Hunter and Starstro.
Yeah, that just seals the deal.
Out of there. Yeah.
Sawhorse giving up a wave here to just ensure that Crows can get this dragon.
Yeah.
They know the Shen doesn't have ult. They're really not concerned about that, but to have the Aatrox teleport there just to secure the dragon, just to guarantee it. Pretty big play. And it looks like Sawhorse does have enough tempo to pick up the cannon wave that is on its way. The Sahin not exactly known for his wave clear.
He's going straight in for it. This is a fight.
I mean, I would.
Sawhorse hits the W and Grim Deliverance. Oh, hits this. Oh my goodness! Hits the knock up the flash on. Starstro's here. I don't think Starstro wins that fight. That's an Eclipse Aatrox. Oh, but Hunter's here.
Everyone's coming. We're at the part of the game where there's a fight. Too. Everyone just comes.
Yeah, they're pulling back. They don't want to fight this with a 4-1 Xinjiao on their head. Unfortunately, it looks like clean flash to get out. Sawhorse is blinking health bar at this point, but...
I didn't know you could do that. Did you see that?
Yeah, flashes during the channel.
Yeah, buffered the...
So it doesn't get pulled. Yeah.
I had never seen that before. That was wild.
Are they playing a dive?
That was very nice, though.
Benjamin's just stealing some camps as Starstro is forced to channel away, recall out. Same with Hunter. As once more, Acro Boy is left on his lonesome. The Aphelios avoiding engages, but hanging out bot lane. And just finished the AD carry quest.
Yeah, it's the oh, the Leona ult.
Leona ult straight into the full Misfortune ult channel, but it doesn't quite kill. But with a dive aid from Starstro, that is going to do it. And this is what happened. This is kind of what we mentioned, where Bard wants to roam, and then if you get hit by literally anything, full channel misfortune goes onto your face.
Yeah. Yeah, so the question is, did they get more from the Bard roam than they lost with Hacker dying, missing that wave, and throwing out the ult? I wasn't keeping track of the Bard. I think he was topside for a bit.
Yeah, he was helping Benjamin with the stealing camps. I'm not sure he was fully necessary in that specific scenario. I think his roaming in general has been worth, but this specific roam perhaps not so much. Perfect Curiosity is on top of the Bard. He's trying to get out.
No,
Damien,
get out.
Magical
Journey
Journey
with the
but
stun
they're
at the
still
end.
going. Only hits one.
How about the
Starscrow
Shinfall?
has the chance to follow, but it looks like Damien's out.
Nah.
Just barely. Just barely.
No, can't get the taunt off. Oh, but who's taunting who? Damien just dancing around this blue buff.
This is the most Bard play I've seen in a while. They're going for the blue buff to see if they can steal it. Quick stun. As Akita is trying to fancy feats around the engage. Damien flashes out, survives at 1 health, but gets poked out by Misfortune.
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness.
There was some desperation there. He threw out the Tempered Fate to try to put the Lux in stasis to get out, and flashed and died at the end. It feels kind of bad.
Indeed, but it was very funny. But yeah, no, like, he actually almost survives, too, is the best part. Damien actually survived at blinking health bars. The only reason he doesn't is that, Chris is able to just barely walk up with the Misfortune move speed and get an auto off as he goes through the Magical Journey.
Oh, and speaking of magical journeys, it looks like the Zahan's going to be sent back to his base.
Yeah, back to the Spirit Realm with you, sir. Is it the Spirit Realm? Where do they go?
I don't know. They're
They're
like
the Dark
Pokemon.
Emerald.
They don't really die.
Yeah, they live in their weapons and it's miserable, but he was less miserable or something? I don't know. I just know that Neferi and Aatrox and co are completely insane because of it, but
Yeah.
pretty sure Zehen is a little bit more sane than the rest.
Is he?
Oh,
you know what? It's kind of a grudge match, though. You have Xin Zhao on the other side.
Is it a grudge match? Because I guess Xin
Xin
Zhao could
Zhao
be grumpy about it, because he gave up his body on purpose in the lore.
Yeah, but like, isn't the whole thing like Yanara and co kind of like want Xin Zhao back? They're mad at Zahin for it. Anyway, we got stuff happening bot lane.
I think I'm not actually sure how mad they are about it. I think Xin Zhao made the sacrifice because he chose to make the sacrifice, and Xin Zhao is like, or sorry, Yanara is very sad about the sacrifice. Anywho, we're getting straight into another engage. Benjamin's right on top, as is Azukita. This is a full-on fight. These all sorts of ults are down.
Yeah,
Trying
we have
to keep
Aatrox and Luck
space in the
coming into
center.
it.
That's a shot down. Hits the Luck. Hunter slays Hackerbow by ulting him under turret, and now Sawkhorse is here. The World Ender has arrived.
He wants to clean up
Passive
here.
There's a hand. Resurrecting.
Stand United taunt?
Yeah, Flash Unite, Stand United, flashes on, wipes out Damien, and wipes out Benjamin. And now it looks like Blue Buff Bandits are chasing them down. Sawkhorse and Azukita will escape. Everyone else falls right around the dragon. So that's going to be the first dragon for Blue Buff Bandits Collective.
That honestly was kind of a messy fight, because Sawkhorse, I'm not sure if his teleport was up. I do know it's up right now. He opted, whether it was up or not, he did not teleport to that fight and instead opted to come down through the bot side jungle on the flank angle toward Lux, who I believe survived that entire ordeal.
Yeah, no,
so
Lux
I'm wondering,
barely survived, but survived it.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, had that Aatrox survived, maybe Bard could put down a ward there before that engagement starts, and then Aatrox kind of at the start of the fight, and he's like right in the middle of it all. Maybe things change there, because if you're not going to get the Lux anyway, approaching from the flank as Aatrox isn't really that champion's identity.
Looks like they're setting up for a redive of the same play they just did, but this time they have Sawkhorse. They
Never
get
Fate lands on
Precipitation. Here comes the engage. It is looking like a solar flare down. It is just a question of can Precipitation escape. Playing fancy feet here. Sawkhorse takes a Lux ult to the face, but it does look like that this was a successful fight. Benjamin is 3v1ing in the back line, given how strong he is. With Death
Yeah.
Dance Thunder's guy, he is hard to kill.
Yeah, really difficult position for Blue Buff Bandits there. They had gotten split up, and their comp just really doesn't allow them to do much if they're not playing as 5. To have 2 or 3 smaller fights in the larger fight is not a winning scenario for their comp. And
Whereas
think
Murder of Crows love skirmishes.
yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the gold lead now, 6K into. Wait.
Now, 1K of that is going onto
On
the Bard.
the Bard, yeah, I know. That's what I was laughing
is
at.
building Leandri's Torment, so like that Bard is going to do damage. That is not a no damage Bard.
For sure. For sure.
On
But
the
I'm,
other hand, the other biggest
Yeah.
gold leads are top lane and jungle, which are both. Those guys are going to
Yeah.
be unkillable.
this is a pretty massive gold lead in the jungle. I wonder if the strategy. I mean, I'm thinking back to draft. Was the idea here to just let Misfortune and Leona start the fight, ultra carry, and then have Lux and Shen on the back end after they open? I think that's what they want to do. That's what the comps wants to do. In
I think
my
they want
view,
to try
it's
and
just
find as many people as possible into one space and then get Misfortune to just.
yeah. We might see it here. They have to play this well.
Benjamin
wanna
does
get the
so
shutdown.
much damage. Oh my god. Almost murders Chris. Chris can't ult at this point. Okay, gets an ult off here, but that's just
There's
not
just
enough damage.
nothing to follow it up.
Yeah, and Damien just one-shots Chris at the back end of it. Hits a very clean ult into the binding. And it just keeps going. The World Ender has arrived, but Damien is down to the Lux ult because that thing does damage, especially with the Malignance. Building Shadow Flame next.
Yeah, I see what they were trying to do there. It just looked like it. It looked to me, we don't have comms or anything, but it looked to me that Starstro felt really pressured. He wanted to go in for a pick. It felt like Chris and Purse were kind of on the same page there for a bit, just kind of hanging around. But that engage that Starstro made when he did, I felt like Chris was kind of taken aback by it and wasn't in the best position to put on follow-up damage on Benjamin Netanyahu. So it looked a little uncoordinated,
the
a
other
little
issue
sloppy
is
there.
that, like, even if you can do damage, the issue is the Crescent Guard. Like, Xin Zhao
Yeah.
slaps the ult down, and he did. Chris has to walk into basically melee range of the Xin Zhao to do any damage with the ult. Otherwise, it's just doing no damage.
Yeah.
So even if, like, that does happen, which, because I'm pretty sure Benjamin ulted right off the bat of the fight. Solar Flare goes down, Magical Journey's out from Damien. This
And
Bard
that was
is the most
Solar Flare
tilting
out
Bard
from
I've watched in a
Leona.
while.
Yeah. So it's just Bard dancing around to pull out the Leona ult.
Exactly. I'm just watching this man dance at the top of the read, and that is some damage. Let's see if Hackerboy can just take it out, and that is what you want to see if you're Blue Buff Bandits. We are getting to a very scrappy skirmish. Crescent Guard's down, but the World Ender has arrived. But he might just get one shot here. They don't have any damage, I don't think, until Chris gets
taking
back.
the flank, but he is splitting up the
Chris
fight.
has arrived. Chris is able to get the full ult shutdown, exhausts the Azukita. Azukita can't get out of the Grim Deliverance. And gets the pullback on Benjamin. They can just fully focus Benjamin now. Benjamin doesn't survive that. At this point, Dead Robots can just keep moving forward. He's got the passive stack. He does so much damage. And Damien will escape. Nope, Damien's hit by the pull, but Magical Journey's out under turret. Once again, Blue Buff Bandits claw back a fight to get the second dragon.
You know, I was watching that and I was thinking to myself, this Aatrox, the teleport in to back up your team when the fight starts is I like unquestionably the right call there.
Yeah.
And I was kind of second guessing myself because earlier I said this comp, this Blue Buff Bandit comp, they don't want to split the fight. And I was gonna say, you know, I have to take back what I said earlier about Aatrox coming in on the flank because, you know, how useful are you on the flank as Aatrox when you're a 5-man team versus, you know, a pick comp? I was gonna take it back and then I wasn't. I'm not. Because I don't know, I feel like the Aatrox in that front line there, you do a little bit more.
Yeah, I think he needs to be a secondary front line with Benjamin. Because I think if he's flanking, it works. I think if it's flanking and he just gets on Chris and Hunter, then it's fine. It works perfectly well. Because he jumps on their faces, they're currently channeling their ultimates, and he can get a double knock-up or whatever, or just, like, one-shot one of them.
Yeah,
However,
the thing was, once those ultimates come out, though...
Exactly. If Chris or Dead Horse can like, step back and, like, help peel him off, and then the Aatrox doesn't win the fight into that amount of CC. He just gets CC'd for too much, so he can't heal
you can't
the entire
sustain.
fight out. Yeah. The other issue in that fight, I think that fight's much better for them if Hacker Boy isn't the one that gets one-shot. The classic AD carry, I mean, it's Leona. It's really hard to not get caught on mid-wave by Perspicaciosity there, but...
For sure.
Like, if the moment he gets caught at the start of the fight, the entire, like, 5-man fighting style of Murder of Crows...
Yeah, you're a 5-man comp, not a 4-man comp.
Exactly. It doesn't work if you don't have an AD carry. You just don't have the damage. Your carries are too low damage right now. We're too early in the game for Syndra to really carry a fight like that.
Yeah, you have to have that follow-up, and I do note now that Crows, I think, are thinking the same thing because we see Benjamin Netanyahu and Sawhorse doing nothing but dancing in front of this Aphelios, making sure nothing gets to this Aphelios super carrier.
Yeah, they're playing carefully. That's 5 in the blue side jungle for blue buff bandits, making sure that their blue buff isn't bandited away. Nailed it.
Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. My brain had to catch up a little bit. I was focused on the side lanes because while all that was happening, Murder Crows are able to push in the top and bot waves a little bit at least. Hopefully relieve a little bit of that pressure mid, which might set them up in a couple turns for this Baron.
That is wild, by the way. Azukita and Hunter have a 0 gold difference between each other. 0. Probably to a slight rounding error, but...
How do you round?
It's probably like... It probably rounds to like 5s. No, okay, 17, never mind. Okay, no, that is a double Bard ult. Benjamin's on there. Full ult, but that's into the Xin Zhao ultimate. That's not doing any damage. It does damage at the end.
Gets him at the end.
Yeah, Dead Horse is at bot lane, isn't in this fight. It's a question of can they one-shot. Aphelios, he's got the stacks up. Grim Deliverance comes down, doesn't hit anyone, but the Smite and Dead Horse is able to just
keep going. This Zahan can take this tower.
So much damage.
Oh, no.
And that Sawhorse didn't have TP, could not join the fight, and so kept pushing bot. And
did he? Is my client bugged? I think my client's bugged. My client is definitely bugged because it shows that Sawhorse TP is up.
Okay.
So everything I said about...
We see. Yeah. No, he didn't have it yet. He couldn't see it this time either.
See, I thought that was a conscious call. I thought Crows was calling their bluff, saying, okay, you want to go for this little fight while we're 6k ahead? There you go. We'll just push your base.
Sawhorse flashed the solo player. This is a question of can he wipe out dead robots before he dies? But I'm not sure he's going to, and that is just barely dies. The 2v1. He almost gets dead robots down, but then he would have resurrected from the passive, so... Unfortunate, there's a Baron get for blue buff bandits, and they have gone from a 7k gold deficit to basically perfectly even. With 2 well-played teamfights.
Yeah, I want to go back and take a look at what was happening Baron. Because I thought there was a world where... yeah, they just made the call. So blue buff bandits were on the Baron. They said, okay, yeah, send you 2, go take care of, this little Aatrox problem. And the Exterminator.
Yeah.
And the rest successfully just took the Baron.
Yep. And so now it's a question of how much can they get off of this. A lot of outer turrets are still up. Inner, mid, outer, top, and bot are both still up. They're going to grab the 3rd Drake. They're now on soul point for a Hextech soul.
This is an incredibly tense game state because we went from a game where we had a 6k gold lead for the Crows up to pretty much dead even. And now the team that was 6k under just a few minutes ago is on soul point with the Hextech. Full Hextech Drake's soul. That's crazy. Yep. That'd be crazy. To come back from a 6k gold lead.
Okay. Star engages, and he gets pulled back. There's a World Ender goes down. We're seeing if there's a fight happening here. Ezekita's here. He's trying to sustain. This is looking like a pretty rough fight, but that's a lot of healing off of dead robots. But Shen is shut down. Benjamin wipes him out for a shutdown. Sawhorse is able to get the resurrection passive off of Zehen, and he is going to fall here to Azukita, giving him a much-needed shutdown. A slight over-engage, or over-push on the bot side, but in return, Blue Buff Bandits, 3 mid, take down the inner mid.
Blue Buff Bandits do get that T2 mid back as a trade, and it looks like we might have...
Damien
oh my god,
that is Lux damage. That is a Malignant Shadow Flame... I'm a mid laner, I should know that last time.
See, we were talking about... We were talking earlier about CROWS not having a 4-man comp, but a 5-man comp. But those 3 right there in the mid lane, that's their 5-man comp condensed into 3. Like whatever their 5-man comp can do, the 3 of them can do just a little bit worse.
Yeah.
So
you mean for Blue Buff Bandits?
For Blue Buff Bandits, yes, exactly. Yeah. Misfortune, Lux, Leona, just the 3 of them. I mean, that's the core of your comp, and they can operate as an independent unit.
Notably, though, with the shutdowns, it is now a 2k gold lead for Murder of Crows again. That is a negative Baron, I believe.
Yeah. And I did want to go back to that fight in the bot lane. I do want to credit CROWS here because they had used... I think there was a discussion like, hey, let's use the Aatrox as bait, because we had this situation where the last play, like we just forced the bot wave, put the Aatrox bot wave, make him look super stubborn about this bot wave, and then start a fight, pop the ult, and then hope that they don't ask where Xin Zhao is. And that's exactly what happened. Xin Zhao was able to come in with the flank and get the numbers advantage that they needed to take down Star and Dead Robots. So if that was their thinking, kudos to them, because that was really well done there.
Okay. Quick ult from the Bard, but won't catch out, but will force the turret. Benjamin is in the middle of 3. Damien is just trying to keep Zehen out. Grim Deliverance down. Benjamin is likely dead here, but does get the Sterax buff. Unfortunately, Dead Horse is down. Slow on Perspicaciosity, but gets hit with the pull, Benjamin, and there's a Stand United, which gets shed into the taunt. And they're just going to keep running down. There's a flash from Perspicaciosity, which unfortunately misses and then gets stunned. Quick Blast Cone to keep Starco out, and the Lux ult is already back up. How short is that cooldown at this point?
Yeah, it's looking like mayhem levels. Yeah, exactly. That cooldown, it's 20 seconds. Not even, actually. 19.9. I rounded that.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
So yeah, no, that thing's always up. That is up twice a team fight if the fight's fairly slow.
Yeah.
I want to go back.
I think what really killed... I admit I might have been a little tunnel visioned on what the Misfortune was doing, but every time I'm watching this Misfortune, I'm watching the Aatrox kind of like beeline for her. And I get the intention. You want to split up the fight so that your jungler can get out. But I feel like every time Sawhorse has gone for these flanks, it hasn't worked out. It splits the fight for a little bit, but the dudes you're trying to save still dies, and then you just die so quickly because you've split the fight, but you've used yourself as a human meat shield.
Yeah. And the other issue is that if Dead Horse goes in, and Benjamin's generally also going in to try and be in the center because, he's got Crescent Guard, he's meant to be in this kind of position, although he is getting very much one-shot here. 3-man Bard ulti to stop a redemption, but that's not going to, unfortunately, save anyone. The issue is, then, Hacker Boy has no peel. And that's at this point in the game, Hacker Boy is a lot of your damage, even if he is 2k behind, just because of how late in the game we are. He's gotten a Quicksilver Sash and has Cleanse. Hacker Boy is just trying to not get CC'd so he can run away, and then hopefully take the fight afterwards. I'm just worried that the amount of dashes, the amount of CC that the top side of Blue Buff Bandits has, that I'm not sure Hacker Boy survives any fight unless he's got a lot of peel from one other champion. But with that, Hextech Soul.
And out comes the engage from Dead Robots, looking to put a stop to this Aphelios threat ahead of this Baron.
And he will succeed. That gets him out.
I mean, you were prophetic there. You said like Hacker needs to survive for that comp to have really much of any threat, because we've seen what happens when they go in one. Sawhorse, Sawhorse on Aatrox and Netanyahu on Xin Zhao going in looking for these split and picks. Oh no!
Yeah, kaboom! Hunter points an ulti. It hits Bard. Bard goes goodbye, and it is looking really rough for Murder of Crows at this point. Hextech Soul on the other side, and you're playing into that team comp. Like, this is
heartbreaking. I'm not gonna call it. I'm not gonna call it because this is the Prime Meta League where,
you know, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. It is the primest of leagues.
Good old 19-second cooldown. They're trying to hold this turret. They are making this their standing point, and it's working. They're having to back off. Blue Buff Bandits are going to reset. Get back onto the map. Catch that wave, maybe.
This is what we're talking about in draft. Their comp says, we dare you to come into us. Right? Their siege is a little... has a bit to be desired. Yeah, I mean, you can clear the wave, but, you know, if it's a 5 for 5 and you're looking at a turret that can hit you, it's a little tricky unless, I guess, you have... I mean, you do have a few tools in your toolbox, right? You've got the Shen'el, and then you have the Zahen passive. But beyond that, your siege is kind of boo-boo. So good on CROWS to make the stand there and not let Blue Buff just take that turret before backing off of that Baron.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
You can see anti-heal on both sides. Azukita and Stalkhorse have both bought some anti-heal, Thornmail, and Oblivion Orb respectively, and there is a Grievous Wounds. What is the Armor Pen Grievous Wounds item? I should know it.
Armor Pen Grievous Rune.
It's not Last Whisper, because that's the part of it. There's Lord Doms, and then there's whatever the other. Mortal Reminder. Mortal Reminder. Okay, Mortal Reminder on the side of Chris.
See, I can never build that if I want anti-heal, because I always have to build Cleaver.
Yep.
I am a little bit jealous that I can't build that. I can't build Mortal in my games because Kempunk Chainsword is just a terrible item.
It is. It's so bad. Hacker is having to avoid a lot of death here, and Hanger Boy lost the flash, and that makes him really easy target for pickings, especially for that comp with that Hextech Soul. Like,
yeah, and these players,
and then you're not dodging.
Yeah, and these players are in comms with each other, so they all know that his flash is down. They all know that as soon as this Aphelios comes into range, that you know, they should be stomping on him. This ain't solo queue where that stuff's gonna get unpunished, and it looks like they try to fish for it there.
Yeah, but he's got Mercurial Scimitar. I wonder where his last item's gonna be. Maybe a lifesteal. Oh no, he doesn't have full crit yet. Wait, I never remember if that's a crit item. Quicksilver Sash into Mercurial Scimitar.
Not quite. Delays his spike just a little bit there. That 100% crit going.
Yeah. There's an Executioner's Calling.
Yeah, once again, very tense game state here. Hextech Soul for Blue Buff Bandits. Once down 6k on 2 meaningful points of the game. This has been a tug of war, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it looked like so many times, so convincingly, that CROWS was just going to wrap this up. But we are staring at a 40-minute game, a game approaching 40 minutes. The 2.5 gold lead for Blue Buff Bandits.
It's a question of, because theoretically, if you go champ by champ, Murder of Crows outscales. Aphelios scales harder than Misfortune. Syndra scales way harder than Lux. However...
But it doesn't matter if they keep getting these picks on Aphelios!
Exactly. Like, the issue is, how do you play this game as Aphelios? Is I'm looking at this game, and I'm looking at a Leona. I'm looking at a Lux. I'm looking at a Shen. I'm looking at this as a Hen who can get all of them, can get on top of you. Unless you have Flash, you can't get anything of that. And even if you do have Flash, you get out of one, and maybe you get caught by the next, They're doing a quick engage. Nope, okay. They're trying to fish for Perspicaciosity. A quick sidestep from Benjamin to get out of that. And then Magical Journey, they're being followed. Ults in. Okay, Benjamin is on to Hunter, trying to keep him out of the fight. Same with Misfortune. But I don't think Sakura survives just the combo, and then even just the two squishies are able to deal with Benjamin. Another ult hits Damien. Damien is just trying to get out. Azukita as well. Ults to get rid of Perspicaciosity. Gets the Scout of the Week to knocks out the hand as well. Chris is able to take out. Chris does a one-shot on Damien. My god. But Hacker Boy's alive again, and so it's a question of, can Hacker Boy hold these three off?
No.
I agree. I think it's very hard.
No.
I think it's very hard.
No,
if impossible.
if these three back off, it's because they want to push in another wave, or they want to back, or they just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking here, and yeah, I mean, yeah, Hacker Boy, what is he going to do at this point? Like, he has to back off.
Are they going?
I think they might just end.
They have to... No, they have to go for the inhibit back.
No,
There's
you're
no
right,
way
okay,
they
that's
end.
10 seconds to dead, to 6 seconds.
With
to
Elder.
Benjamin. Yeah, Elder
No,
28.
yeah. It just
Baron's
looked... So,
Baron's now.
in that last fight, it really looked good for CROWS there at the start, because like I said, at the draft, their comp says, we dare you to come into us, right? And it looked like for a bit there, Blue Buff Bandits were doing just that, but...
Hold on a second, we're going to see if there's a steal, but he gets the light binding, and that's going to be it. Elder buff, and I think that's going to be the end of the game here. There's more than enough damage to wipe out everyone on that team. Hacker Boy has red-white, and Damien is alive, but...
He wants to fight.
He wants to fight, but not into Elder buff. He doesn't... I don't think he's that strong.
Not an Elder with a Bard at your side.
Yeah, Bard is holding them off, but...
Oh my god,
this damage! Oh, Azukita! Azukita! He's almost dead! Azukita almost got one shot.
Oh my god. You know, this is...
Hacker Boy isn't one shot because he's got Merc Treads.
I mean, this is looking like Blue Buff Bandits are on the way to end. Outside of a
Scout of the
colossal...
Week, but hits the taunt. Does knock out Chris, but just... The Elder buff is so strong. The damage is so much. Hacker Boy cleanses.
Oh my god!
To barely stay alive.
This is crazy.
He's trying his best, but there's no way he survives any more than that. Lux flashes, Hunter takes him down, and that is GG of game 1. A 41-minute banger.
Blue Buff Bandits taking the win there. Their score 2-1 this season. Murder of Crows down another 0-3. Haven't won a single game this year. Heartbreaker for them, especially after having such a lead multiple times that game. That has to be a frustrating game.
It does. That has to be a really frustrating game. They played it really well early, but just some slightly poor decisions in the mid game into a comp that just, like, if you ever miss position slightly against that Blue Buff Bandits comp, they point all of their buttons at you and you disappear off the map.
Yeah, it's really hard. But hey, we promised a very tense game, a nice even game with all sorts of twists and turns, and I think that delivered.
I certainly agree. Agree.
We'll see if game 2 can keep up the pace. Cerberus and Riftwalkers up next. Stay with us. Prime Meta League.